Good morning, guys. Mike, aka Crypto Jewels. Let's do a Bitcoin update. Following up from the video from last night. Let's just hop straight into it here, guys. All right. So last night we talked about getting this pop higher for our fifth wave. And that is indeed what happened. However, the current structure of that fifth wave on the micro leads me to believe that it's actually possible that it's a high B in this wave four, and that this wave four is turning potentially into a flat structure, which would be this A, B, and then it could turn into a running flat or an expanded flat. But ultimately, the support for that wave four is still in this same area, which is really anywhere from 28,422 up to 29,622. Technically, we hit this 23.6% retracement level, which is a very shallow four, but is still a technically sound four wave. Our four wave, from a time standpoint, was a pretty decent duration of time in comparison to the two. So it is certainly possible, that our four is in, and this is our fifth wave, and this is our local top. So really, for me, my primary is, and this is based in the weeds and on the micro, is that we do have an overshooting high B here, and this is some sort of a flat structure, and we will likely get one more top, and we aren't finished with this structure yet, and then we will top here with our wave one. Is ultimately my primary, but in order for that to happen, this support level down here for our wave four needs to hold. So if we can hold wave four support, I'm assuming we get one more pop up. If we do not hold wave four support and we break below it, I'm going to go ahead and assume that our wave one is in, and we are working on our wave two. And wave two support is this zone down here, which is anywhere from 26,105, which is the 78.6% retracement level, all the way up to 27,950. So that's wave two support, which is my alternate scenario on this chart if we do end up getting that and break below this wave four support. So ultimately, I'm still uber bullish, and I think we are entering into the start of our wave three. And with that being said, as I've tried to hammer home as much as possible, because we are entering into our wave three, typically pullbacks are few and far between, and the waves move very quickly and rapidly and don't typically pull back as much as a normal Fibonacci retracement typically does. So I guess what my point is if we do break below this wave four support here, and we do validate that this is a one wave top here, this two wave could, it could be a very shallow two. So it does not have to get, down to 50% to 61.8% retracement. If we throw a 382 on there, that would be definitely a shallow two, but it certainly is possible, and that's at 28,745, which actually is still within wave four support. But we would really have to see what would happen after we bottom, if we do end up getting that low. Ideally, at this point, I would prefer to see one more drop down here, and then a 5-wave impulse up to really put in our one wave somewhere in this area here, and then we can get our two from there. That's ultimately what I would like to see, but that doesn't mean anything, because price action is going to do what price action is going to do. But that's where I believe we're at. Ultimately, to zoom out real quick one more time, this is my primary thesis and what I believe is going to happen on the macro this cycle, which is taking us roughly to our 3-wave here is taking us roughly to 70,000, and then our 5-wave potentially taking us up to 130K or so. So that is ultimately what I believe we've got rolling right here in this current scenario that I just was looking at in the micro time frame is the beginning phase of our wave 3 of 3. So that is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a 4 and then a 5. So ultimately, that's what I believe we are looking at, and I believe that's what's going to happen. So see y'all later.